Hello, how are you? And welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Stacy. Welcome back if you're returning. I'm from Love from Stacy, and this is the weekly Mystic Forecast, which is your soulful snapshot of the cosmic currents, our herbal allies, and an activation of your inner world. I did something, actually, there's a few things that are a little bit different this week. Number one, you'll notice I'm not in a boring room. Actually, that room I love very much in my house. It's one of my favorites. It's called the cozy room. But I'm on a walk with my dogs, and it just feels so much more me and like mystical to be doing this outside in nature, especially when the weather is amazing. So here I am. So those are the things that are different. Oh, also, the other thing that's different, before I hit the record button, I opened up the channel of Reiki Energy, and I am flowing Reiki right now to you whenever you are watching this. And I have set the intention that you receive an activation and energy and codes for exactly what you need in this moment right now, whenever you should receive this message and this video. So with that, let's begin. Okay, a quick little recap of last week. We began with the new moon growing through into now we have hit the first quarter. So we had our new moon in Taurus. This was a beautiful, earthy, sensual, grounded type of a new moon. It was very much of it was a very earthy new moon. Now we have our first quarter hitting in Leo, and with some of the other cosmic currents at play and this beautiful weather we've been having, this just feels so like Leo all the way. So I love how everything just lines up so perfectly, and when you tune in, you really see the synchronicity of the energies of the earth, of the cosmos, of everything alive within us. It's a beautiful dance, and I'm so grateful to be part of it and to observe and take part in it. Okay, so this week is a fantastic turning point. But before I go any further, I want to just remind you to go ahead and hit like, subscribe, and share this with a friend. Oh, and there go my dogs. They're probably going to wrestle around. No, you guys, they're probably going to make an appearance or wrestle. That's Tucker's tail. And make an appearance, because that's what dogs do when you're trying to do something important. Yeah. If you like videos with dogs in them, hit like and subscribe. Okay, so I have my notes here so that I stay on track. All right. Okay, so this is our first quarter. This is the phase of the moon that leads us through to the full moon. So in one more week, we're going to be at the full moon. But for now, we're in this first quarter vibe. This is a turning point in the moon cycle. Okay. So yes, there are the smaller points in the cycle, and they each hold their own energy, and especially as they shift through some of the astrology signs as they go. But the new moon, the first quarter, the full moon, the last quarter, these are like the bigger points of the moon where we really feel a little bit more of an amplified energy. This is the point where the seeds that we have set are germinating, they are starting to grow, and this is the point where it is very important to start taking, ideally, we have been taking aligned action, but this point in the moon cycle, it's really important to be taking aligned action in the direction that we want to be going, which is like essentially in alignment with the seeds of intention that we planted on the new moon. Because come full moon, we're going to be harvesting, right? So this is our time to be nourishing those seeds, to be nourishing the growth for ourselves. And what that looks like is diving into aligned action and taking some steps forward, like some actionable, like actual steps. This is not just taking place in the meditation and in the ethers. This is physical. This is actually doing the things that bring us closer, that like start to bring, like, here's point A, here's point B, and here's us in the middle. And we're like moving from point A to point B, but we have to take some actions. We actually have to like physically step our way there. So this is a critical time to be doing that and bringing ourselves closer to that harvest time at the full moon. Oh, and here they go. Boo, boo. At least they're not knocking my stuff over. All right. So our first quarter takes place in Leo, 14 degrees. If you're like into that stuff, this is, it's at 14 degrees in Leo. Now, if you would like an opportunity to, no, you guys, okay, you know what? I don't really know. Okay, I don't know how to do editing and stuff, so that happened. Okay, moving on. Keep rolling. Okay, so if you are interested in diving, like learning how to read a little bit deeper, this is like at a beginner. If you're an astrologer, you're beyond this. But if you're kind of beginner and you have an interest in astrology and you like to know kind of like a little bit more, then a really great place you can start is, so bring up your birth chart. And you can line it up with the transits or not, whatever, but you would look at Leo in your chart. You would find the glyph for Leo and you would look where 14 degrees is. It's like about the halfway point from the, like, so we've got the circle. It's split into pieces in a pie. Okay, there's 12 pieces in the pie, and you find the spot where there's Leo. It may be in one piece of the pie. It may be like slide over and be partly in one piece of the pie and partly in another piece of the pie. But you look and find where Leo is, and you look at the pieces of pie that it lines up with, and 14 degrees is like the midway point in that slice of pie. And where does that line up? You look at what number of pie slice. These are our astrology houses, and each pie slice or house represents a different aspect of ourselves in our whole experience and life. So, it could be like your second house, which is your house of wealth and values and finance and abundance. It could be your 12th house, which is like total like closing of cycles and, and everything like that. It could be the 8th house, which is like death and rebirth and taboo and sex and like all that stuff, which like I love that house personally. Like I like to dive into that house. It's like, that's a good one. So you can look at what house it is, and then you can just look up like, meaning of, like 6th house or whatever. And I just keep a little tab open on my phone with an image of the astrology wheel and just like a quick reference guide for what all the meanings are in each house. So if you look 14 degrees in Leo, so at about halfway point, what number of the pie slice does that fall into? And then you can see where this is lighting up for you in your own life. So like I said, some of those different themes, sorry if it's a little bit windy sounding, there is some breeze, but I'm just going with it. Oh, I heard a little yipe. Okay. So moving on. Yeah. Right. And then so an example, with whatever theme, let's say second house, that's like, abundance, wealth, values, so on and so forth. Then you can know like, ooh, okay, so there's some extra energy happening in that area for me right now with the moon. So, and then we'll dive into what kind of energy that is. And then you can see like, oh, okay. So, and then you can work with it instead of against it, right? We kind of like flow into these rhythms of where the energy is flowing, and we can follow the flow instead of trying to swim against currents. We can go with the flow of this energy and utilize it. I don't want to say to our advantage in like a selfish way. I mean, to our advantage in like of the highest good way, if that makes sense. Okay, so where are we? Okay, so Leo really strongly requests, okay, because Leo's a really bold energy. So Leo is really strongly requesting, strongly suggesting, Leo is like paging us on the intercom that we show up boldly in our life right now, in line with our ambitions and our goals that we've set for ourselves. Or again, like go back to the pie slice, like what slice of the pie are we like needing a little of that bold energy? Leo's paging us on the intercom, would Stacy Borg please get her shit together in the 6th house? Like that kind of a thing, right? So, but this is not a bold like kind of an energy. This is like really heart-led. This is heart opening. This is passionate. Leo is like all about the heart. They have this like beautiful, like radiant, like solar, Leo is a beautiful, radiant solar energy. And so just think and feel in those kinds of terms. That's the kind of boldness that we're referring to here. Passion. That's another really good word. Passion. Boldness, passion, heart, center, like right down to the core, like banging on your chest, like that kind of a thing. Okay. So we also are being asked to take some initiative right now, like taking our own bold initiative, taking those steps in the direction that leads us towards the, like I say goal, but like, at the new moon, when we set those intentions, like that's kind of our goal that we're, paying attention to, and this where we're focusing our energy flow. So we want to take some initiative right there, right now. Bonus points for you from the universe if the initiative you're taking also is in a like creative pursuit type fashion. And this can be in the direction of what house is activated for you, or just in general towards your like your intentions that you have set for this month. Things that are close and personal to your heart, things that are really, that you're really passionate about right now. Because again, that's that Leo energy is like, alive and like passionate inside of us. Like that's like, so the universe is like, she's getting it. Yes. Like if you're, really like diving in like just dive into the deep end of the pool with like full of passion and sun in your heart for, whatever that is for you. I can't say what that is. Only you can. Okay. This is also a time to really be speaking your truth and being seen. Leo is all about like unapologetically being you, showing up as you, authentically as you, right? Like like not being afraid of who you really are. Let the freak flag fly, guys. Don't be afraid. Okay? This is your time, and this is a good time for that. This is a really good time. Leo is really supporting us to do that. These are wonderful, amazing things. Oh, my little puppies. The black one, that's Tika baby, and that's Tucker. They're so cute. Tucker is like just 6 months. He's just about 6 months old, and Tika is like 2.5. And I swear the baby is smarter than the grown-up one. Oh, Tika, she has a nice personality. That's it. That's all she's got. She's got a nice personality. Okay. So speaking our truth and really like, don't be afraid to be seen. All right. This is also a time to really be claiming your own joy, your own radiance, your own, like, what else did I have written here? Joy, radiance, and play. Don't be like, get playful, like play. When we get too serious about everything, it takes away from the whole enjoyment of like why our soul is here in the first place. We get too stuck in the things and with our head down and like marching forward. But Leo is like, wake up, like, come on, let's play. Let's have fun while we're doing this. So that, right? Vibe a little bit of that into what you're doing and how you're manifesting things for yourself. Right? This makes us like a giant, like, those cartoon Acme magnets that they would have, and like, it's like the giant horseshoe and they pull it out of the box, and like everything it just is like right into the magnet. Like it's like that. Joy, pleasure, passion, play. These are all things that make us incredibly magnetic in our lives to what we want to be attracting, consciously, also unconsciously, and just to the dance of life. So play. I Actually, I'm going to come back to this section after, because this kind of ties the play and the pleasure and the passion. This kind of ties into this like Venus. Oh, and with the Leo energy, it kind of ties into the this whole like Venus in Aries thing. So Venus has just done a retrograde. She did her like 40 days and 40 nights dance, retrograding through Aries, Pisces, and is now back into Aries again. Venus is a beautiful energy. I mean, she's Aphrodite. She's Aphrodite. And I talked about this in the last episode. So if you want to hear a little bit more about that, go ahead and jump back a week. But now that she's in Aries, she is like, this is like a bold and transformational energy. Like this is a lot of like claiming for yourself. Like Aries does not wait. Aries doesn't wait for someone else to make the path. Aries is a trailblazer. Aries energy is like, they just charge ahead. So imagine charging ahead, but fueled with this like sensuality and this love and this beauty and this like, yeah, just this, yeah, that whole, Venus. And again, if you want to hear more about Venus, go back or go ahead and check out Venus, the Venus archetype in some other astrology videos. One of my favorites who dives into the archetypes is Sabrina Lynn. That's Rewilding for Women. I love her work around the archetypes of the planets. And so if you want to hear a little bit more about Venus and Aphrodite, jump onto her channel, because she does a lot in that department. And it's something that I have grown to be really passionate about through her, listening to her. So yes, bold trailblazer, but fueled with love, beauty, and pleasure. It's amazing. Okay, so Leo was paging us on the intercom and requesting that we show up with this energy and in this way. But Aries demands. Aries is like, if you don't show up, you're grounded. There's no negotiating here. Aries demands. I'm married to an Aries, okay? He demands. And it's a very masculine type energy. So this is inviting us to follow our desires without hesitation. Do not hesitate. I mean, think about what you're doing a bit, and make sure you're heading in the right direction, and that you're not doing something that's morally wrong or going to put you at risk in departments of your life. But really, if this feels like a all systems go, if this feels like a full body yes, then go now. Do not hesitate. That is what Aries is saying to us in Venus. And Aries will be in Venus for a long time. So you don't have to rush, but don't rush. How confusing is that? No, but I mean, the Aries and Venus, this energy is going to be at play for quite some time. But this in combination with this Leo first quarter is really, really cool. This is a super fun and powerful dynamic. Take advantage, utilize this for yourself, for your highest good and your highest path forward, activating the highest timeline forward. This is also really amazing for self-love, because Aries is about the self, right? And that's not in an egotistical way. These are just the different aspects of the human experience, and Aries allows us to experience the self. And so Aries with Venus is really exploring loving the self, okay? And then remember about that, showing up unapologetically, boldly, as ourselves, authentically, and love that part of you. Love yourself, love the authentic you, love her, okay? Do not that's also a do not, I don't know where my dogs went. Do not hesitate in this department either to love yourself. This is good. This is some good shit. Okay. All right. Yeah. And then really just claim what lights you up, man. Claim what lights you up. And that's, oh, here they come. That's also that joy and here they are. That joy, that passion, and play. Okay. Mars in Leo. Oh, tucky baby. Okay. So now Mars is also in Leo. This is also really cool. Mars is like our like kind of like get her done, like our masculine drive forward. That's what Mars is for us. It's also like kind of our manifesting zone as well. So you can, if you look at where Mars is in your chart, you can find out a little bit more about the energy in which, and also the house. You know, you can kind of tie those things together and find out a little bit more about your manifesting abilities. But so Mars in Leo is offering very courageous, passionate, action-oriented energy. Okay. This is also like, yeah, this is it's a really beautiful expression. It's like, just like take action. Like it's that masculine, you know, task oriented, but in like a passionate, like love, like heart-centered way. So like really like things that light you up are going to go really far. This is also really motivational in like inside of us for leading with our heart and truth, like the deep, like capital T, like deep truth here. Okay. Like stand confidently in your truth, lead in this way, move forward in this way, aligned with your like capital T truth. This is like, this is amazing stuff. As I like, when I'm like doing my notes and like writing this out, I'm like, oh my gosh. All right. And Taurus sun. Okay. So we're in Taurus solar season. That's my season. I'm a Taurus sun, and it's a beautiful season. What can I say? Right? Spring is springing. There's leaves on the trees in time for my birthday this year. I live in the Caribou region of British Columbia, Canada, and it is you know, it was snowing yesterday. So yeah. But there's leaves on the trees, and that doesn't always happen every year. Sometimes it's still quite wintry in May here. I love 100 Mile, but snow in May. All right. So Taurus, this is a beautiful aspect because we have a lot of fire, a lot of passion, a lot of like, yeah. But Taurus just brings it. It's all like, grounds it down. We have like Aries is like here, Leo is here, and then Taurus, it just comes right in the middle. Is like this. Taurus is bringing it into the body, bringing it down into the earth, making it very sensual and physical, like tactile, tangible, like touch, feel, exploring and experiencing through the senses, and bringing these things in through the senses, and like in a pleasurable way through the senses. So just like chew on that. This is also a really great energy to just to work with in terms of like sustainable and like practical, how do I word it? Taurus is very practical. Taurus loves, you know, to be grounded and practical and know what's coming. So, you know, sometimes when we're charging forward, we don't always see everything along the way because we're just like, we got the tunnel vision. But Taurus is like, whoa, whoa, hang on a second here. And then let's stop and let's think about this for a second. Let's just slow it down. Take a breath. Come back to your body. Where are you? Again, like, comment, and subscribe. Do you love videos with dogs? And presence, deep presence, right? And that's part of that earthy, grounded, like, you know, bringing it into the body and the senses, and like, you know, feeling like the sun against my body, and like hearing the hummingbird that just went by, and smelling the fresh buds on the trees that are all opening, and, you know, like those kind of things. So, okay. Taurus is just, it's this beautiful feminine, it's balancing. I feel like it's really balancing to this Leo and Aries energy. So it just, overall, we have a very bold but grounded energy to work with for this next week. And like, this is powerful. to have this much boldness, but also really grounded and practical. Like, you are unstoppable. You are unstoppable. The world is your oyster. Like, literally, the world is your oyster right now. Again, check back to your birth chart and see what house is being lit up right now that the moon is moving through. And then you can see, you know, like, where these energies are kind of lighting up for you. And you can also look up the other planets like Venus and Mars, and where like those are in Aries and Leo, and where are those lined up on the pie for you. And that'll give you some more clues and insights as to what areas this will be impacting right now, but also for the next while. All right, we're going to move on to our herbal ally. Our herbal ally is the beautiful, sunny, and golden calendula, also known as marigold, but not those like shitty little marigolds that you just put in your garden that are like the ornamental kind. Sorry, it's still a plant. I love plants, but like not those ones that like don't have like a nice smell or like do anything. They just are there. Like, I'm all about the medicinal plants because they have, I don't know. That's me. I'm a herbalist. Okay, so sorry, I'm not putting down those. I retract my statement. But it's the tall, they look like a yellow daisy or like a brown-eyed Susan, but that the middle is also the color of the petals. They also are kind of like an orange color as well. So anywhere from like a light yellow through to like a deep golden yellow into like a quite an orange. They're beautiful. Okay, so our herbal ally is Calendula officinalis. This is a beloved herb to all sorts of people, everyone from witches to medicine makers, because not only does calendula have a beautiful energy to work with in that way, it's amazing for skin healing and lymphatic movement. So it's also, you know, has like antibacterial, antimicrobial, blah, 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 which also makes it really great for treating things, you know, again, but like the skin issues, like something like if you, like when my babies were babies, I always had a calendula diaper cream for them. And no, you guys, no, thank you. Sorry. I always had a calendula diaper. Don't, you guys, no, stop it. Tucker, off. Tucky, it's mommy's baby. Mommy's baby. Oh, now they're going to do this here. Yes, always had a diaper cream for them. That was calendula because it's just so amazing on the skin. So traditionally, this has a very solar type energy to it as well. This is why I thought it would pair so beautifully with Leo. It looks like kind of like a lion head almost. It's like it's so cute. Okay, so it's the element of sun and fire as well. And it's perfect for all this passionate energy we have going on. A very sunny, passionate energy. I mentioned it's a lymph mover. So this really helps us release stagnation and toxins in the body, both physically and energetically. And it's also great for supporting immune health. So I have made herbal teas for cold and flu season that had calendula in it for that reason as well. It's also really, it's great for healing the skin, calming the skin. You could use it for sunburn relief, itch and irritation relief, anything skin healing is just beautiful for that. And also you can use it to soothe the digestive system, but personally that would not be my first. I would not reach for calendula when I have digestive issues. I would reach for it more so for the skin, for topically. Or again, as a lymph mover would be the other thing. So it's a beautiful, joyful, heart-opening herb. It carries a bunch of a lot of warmth and optimistic energy within, as well as confidence. So again, going back to that Leo, standing in our confidence and in our truth. That's They're beautiful. It's also been linked to psychic protection and clairvoyance. So this is another reason why witchy people love to work with calendula. It is a very like psychic-y type of a herb, kind of like not the same as mugwort, but same as how it's like one of those very common ones that us witchy folk like to reach for. Yeah, so good for spiritual work and gaining clarity. So the ways to use it: a tea, always very easy. But honestly, the number one way that I use it is I infuse it in oil, and I make a skin oil infused with calendula. And I usually put other herbs like comfrey, lavender, St. John's wort. I put those all together and I make a kind of like an all-purpose type of an oil, which I then use to make a salve. But you can even use it you could even just make an oil infused with calendula. So to do that, take a mason jar, fill it, maybe like halfway with dried flowers, and then top it off with some sort of safe oil that you would also eat. And I say that because our skin is porous. It is a sponge. It absorbs everything we put onto it. If you would not eat it, do not put it on your skin. Okay? This is something to really think about. And if you want more information about this, I'm more than happy to connect with you personally through messaging. If you want to learn more about like, wait, what do you mean about my skin? If you would not eat it, do not put it on your body because your body eats it. So some sort of oil that you would eat. Some really good ones are olive oil, avocado oil. Grapeseed oil is nice because it's a little bit lighter, same as avocado oil. Jojoba oil, sweet almond oil. These are like top skin oils to use for, oh, here comes some wind, for creating a skin oil like this. Ooh, hello. And then so you would pour enough oil to cover the flowers by like an inch or two, and then cover it and put it in, like put a lid on, put it in like a sunny windowsill for about a month, turning it every day or every other day or so, and then after about a month you can strain it and you're left with a beautiful infused oil. And this will be very skin healing, very soothing. You can use it for healing and medicinal purposes, or you can also simply just use it to anoint yourself with for the energy of it. There's that as well. You can use it for lymphatic massage. So anywhere that we have our lymph nodes, so in our underarms, the neck, the groin, like those kind of places. And of course, because it's got the calendula, it's going to absorb and assist you with that. Okay, and then another really pretty way is you could have a bit of a ritual bath with it, and you can sprinkle the dried flowers, and you can set an intention and light candles and journal and like meditate and get all like that with it. Yeah, so that's calendula in a nutshell. All right, so it is time to start wrapping things up. We're going to take a dive into activating our inner worlds and integrating some of the information and energies that we have just been talking about. Please know that even just by talking about and listening to these messages, we already are activating and working with these energies. Okay, so yes, we can take it deeper and we can now then go out and take some of that action with it. But in the meantime, please know that even just being here in this video and absorbing this is already activating and starting to stir things up inside. So we're going to do a little ritual. I don't have a mirror. This is a mirror exercise. On that note, okay, because I'm not working with mirror right now. But if mirror work feels like too much for you at this point, you don't have to use a mirror. But with how bold and passionate and like take charge these energies are, if you are comfortable doing mirror work, so that's where we come into this meditation and then we open our eyes and we're looking and gazing and making direct eye contact with ourselves in the mirror. If you're comfortable doing something like that, I do highly encourage it because it is so powerful. So I'm not lighting a candle or an incense because I'm in a grassland and we already have forest fires up here. So and I think I hear, yep, there's a helicopter coming now. So, that being said, if you would like to light a candle or some incense or essential oils or Palo Santo, anything that like feels super vibey for you, go ahead and do so. And when you're ready, you can just come to find a comfortable seat, close the eyes, and start to become aware of your breath. Just hearing it coming in and out of the body. Feeling it traveling in and out, filling your torso, and then feeling the torso furl back in on itself. And now bringing our attention and our awareness to our central column of light, our Sushumna. This is our energy channel that our chakras run up and down along with. And as we inhale, imagine that you are receiving this beautiful channel of white light through your crown chakra, and that this light is traveling now down through the body, through the head, the neck, your heart, down into the belly, and even down to the root of your body. Feel this energy connecting now with the earth, like roots of a tree. And on your next inhale, feel Mother Earth energy traveling up into your body from the root, traveling up through the belly, into the chest, the throat, the head, and out the top of the head. And now again, as we breathe in, we're going to feel the energy traveling from our crown down through the third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral area, and the root. And we'll just breathe back and forth with this energy flow a few more times. Remembering to draw that amazing earth energy, that grounding and calming earth energy up through the root as well. We're going to now invite all parts of ourselves to become present and essentially come back to us. Throughout our activities and our obligations and our duties and places that we go and all of the things, we tend to leave little snippets of ourself in places. So we are now going to visualize a little golden shimmer all around us that reaches way out past our energy field. And this represents all of the little pieces of ourselves. And we are now going to invite all pieces of the self to return back to our energy channel. And visualize now all of these little golden glimmers traveling towards you and filling you with light. And now we see this golden light filling our entire body. And taking the hands to the solar plexus, which is between the bottom of the rib cage and your belly button. So kind of halfway between the rib cage and the belly button. We'll take our hands over the solar plexus and now become aware and feel the warmth of our hands and the warmth of this energy center, and visualize a bright, sunny energy. The color of this chakra is yellow. It represents our inner fire and our inner power, our self-confidence and esteem. Leo is very much a solar plexus energy. So let's really expand this yellow light. As you inhale, see this spinning ball of light growing wider, maybe as wide as the body or even beyond if that's available to you. At this time, if you are working with a mirror, you can open your eyes and make eye contact with yourself in the mirror. If you are choosing to leave the mirror practice for today, just keep your eyes closed. Or if you have a candle lit, you can always gaze softly on your candle. And just take a moment or two to really connect with yourself, with this solar plexus energy. And if you are looking into your eyes, to really look deeply and see yourself in your eyes. See the source of your own inner power. Feel deeply into your confidence, in the truth of who you are. It is safe for me to be seen. I trust myself. I am confident in who I am inside. I love being me. My light is powerful, it is beautiful, and it is necessary. I honor my creative fire. Feel the energy of these words reverberating inside of you and beyond. Much like when we drop a pebble into the water and we see the ripples travel outward, essentially forever. And feel the weight and power of these words traveling not only through your body, but out into your energy field and beyond into the universe. Noticing if there's any discomfort or judgment that arises. And simply taking the stance of the observer, just the witness, just witness this for yourself. Letting yourself know that it's okay. If there is a part of you that is uncomfortable with this, that part of you is also welcome here. Breathing through anything that is arising for you. This is deep work and oftentimes a very difficult area for us to really see ourselves in. All together now, we will open the eyes. Gaze is soft, either on a candle or somewhere in front of you. Taking a deep breath out through the mouth. One more. Bringing the hands to the forehead to remind us to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to the mouth for clear and loving communication. Hands to the heart for clear and loving intentions, and to send love to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you. So just to wrap this up, last little closing moment here. Remembering that Leo says, don't wait. Don't wait. Take your bold steps forward. Do not hesitate. That's what Aries also says. Do not hesitate. I wait for no one. So come with me. And Taurus says, let's make it vibey though. So if this felt like medicine to you, please like, subscribe, and share with a sister. I will see you next week inside the Mystic Forecast Temple. And until then, stay rooted and grow wild. Love you guys. Bye.